Greetings and salutations. I'm Chris Poole, and today I would like to talk to you about the PEZ method of evaluation. Yes, I am talking about PEZ, the candy PEZ, not because we want to sugarcoat your evaluations, but I want you to use the PEZ, use the acronym to help you remember how you are going to do your next evaluation. It doesn't matter which character you use from your PEZ collection, whether it's Mickey Mouse or Speedy Gonzales. I'm choosing to use Mater from Toy Story's Cars because we're going to get her done here today. PEZ, it stands for P, make it personal, E, make it effective, and Z, in the zone. Now let's actually go over each one of these in a little bit of detail. P, make it personal. As an evaluator, when you're listening to the speaker, what did that speaker say to you? How did they convey their message? Did they evoke a feeling of nostalgia, a memory, a story, a feeling? What is it that made the speaker personalize their message to you and how you understood their presentation? Next is the E, make it effective. This is where you want to include your suggestions for improvement, but in addition to that suggestion, give an example of how the improvement can be made. When you're giving this evaluation, this portion of it, take into consideration the skill level of the speaker. If it's a brand new speaker giving their icebreaker or perhaps project 2 or 3, they don't have very much experience being in front of the audience. They're probably very nervous and they want to make sure, and you will want to make sure as an evaluator, that you are supporting them and encouraging them, giving them ideas for improvement and making them want to come back and give another presentation again. You don't want to scare them off. A suggestion could be if it's a brand new person, and let's say that they are reading their script. Their head is down, their face is in their script, and they're never looking up at all. A suggestion that you can give is that they should be looking up and making eye contact to their audience. But how do they do that if they are that scared that they have to read from their script? You could give the suggestion that if they hold their paper up a little bit higher, their chin is up higher and they are projecting out to the audience rather than looking down into their paper and their pronunciation is being garbled into the paper. Another suggestion is if they're going to be reading from a script or having that full script available, make the text size much larger. If it's a 16, 18, 24, 36 point script, then when they're looking at their paper, they can just quickly glance down, the words will pop out of the page, and it'll be easier for them to talk to their audience rather than to the page. You can take it a step further. Encourage them not to actually read from a script, but maybe have a couple of index cards that have key words for them or key phrases that they want to use to reference in their speech. If they're reading from their script and they miss a point, we as the audience don't know that because we are not reading their script. Encourage them to speak from their heart and share the information. And if they stumble over something, don't apologize for that. It's a learning process that they will be continuing to work on through their journey. If it's a more advanced presenter, somebody who's gone through the CC manual several times or has perhaps gone through several of the advanced manuals. Sometimes as an evaluator, I know that I have struggled with trying to give areas for improvement because I think the speaker is doing so well. This is an opportunity for you to challenge the speaker then. Can the speaker, instead of doing a narration, he said this, she said that, encourage the speaker to take on the character voices and the persona of each character. I'm Billy Bob and I'm here to break your heart. Oh no, I don't want that. It can take on a whole new aspect for the speaker if they take on that characterization rather than he said, she said, he said, she said. A couple of different ideas for you there. And then there's the Z. In the zone, this is the touchdown moment for the speaker. What is it that the speaker has done so well during this speech that you want to make sure that they continue doing it in every single speech going forward? Whether it's their wonderful smile, their great eye contact, their use of pauses and transitions, the focus on specific areas in a room to make a specific point, how they use certain gestures that has become their key for them, their keynote stance or gesture that you love to see from that. You want to end on a positive. If you have time, do a quick wrap up. Give them a reminder of the areas for improvement and give them a reminder of what their strengths are, what they should continue to do. As you go through the evaluation, think about the time. Most evaluations are 2 to 3 minutes. When you break that down, that means the P, make it personal, that should probably be about 15 to 30 seconds. The E, make it effective, that should be about 1 minute long. The Z, in the zone, another minute long. That brings you at 2.5 minutes. And if you do a quick little wrap up and recap, that should bring you around to just the 3 minutes. Oftentimes, as an evaluator, and I'm very guilty of this myself, I go over time because there's so much information that I want to share. I would love to give more ideas for improvement. I would love to compliment the speaker on so much more that they are doing well. But remember, you only have those couple of minutes for your oral evaluation. But there's nothing stopping you from meeting with the speaker after the meeting. Spend a little bit more time with them. Pick up the phone and talk with them on the next night rather than just leaving them hang with just that little bit of information you shared with them orally and your written evaluation. I encourage you to try this PEZ method for yourself and see if the quality of your oral evaluations will improve in the future. Again, PEZ, make it personal, make it effective, and where are you in the zone? And as Mater says, get her done.